everyone, my name is Ms. Smith. This is my back to school night presentation on Intro to Forensic Science. So, some information about myself before we get into specifics about the course. I'm originally from the Poughkeepsie area, but I went to school in upstate New York to SUNY Oswego, where I studied chemistry and public justice, and I also minored in forensic science. And I also went back for grad school, got an advanced certificate in behavioral forensics. And this is my second year here. I'm really excited to be here. So what your student will be learning in forensics, we're going to be covering a lot of cool topics. So each chapter, we're going to be going through the history of that type of evidence and history of forensics. We're going to be also covering collection and preservation of evidence. We're going to be talking about how to analyze a crime scene. And more specifically, we're going to be covering fingerprint analysis, DNA, hair, firearms and ballistics, blood spatter, death and decomposition. That's just to name a few. So that is just a few of the things that we're going to be covering this semester. So the main course objectives that I have laid out, students are just going to really be able to get a sense of the fundamentals of forensics and really what it entails. Students will also hopefully be able to identify different career opportunities that they might want to seek out in the future in this field. They're also going to be learning the limitations of forensics because it's not a perfect science. And lastly, to investigate, identify, and collect, and analyze all these different kinds of evidence. So into course policies, we will have the few homework assignments throughout the semester, and all of them will be posted on Canvas with those appropriate due dates. If your student happens to be absent, just have them reach out to me. I'm more than willing to move some deadlines for your student if they happen to be absent, so just let me know if you have any questions. In terms of our late policy, if you can't get something in on time, just let me know. I can move that deadline for you, but unfortunately, if you do not get something into me, it will result in a loss of points. So make sure you are staying on top of those deadlines. Our grading guidelines for this year are 25% of your grade is coming from tests, 20% is from quizzes, 20% of your whole grade is the final project, which is a crime scene investigation that happens at the end of the semester. 20% is labs and projects, and then 15% is homework. So how do you succeed in forensics? First thing is asking questions. I really want this class to spark your guys' curiosity. So ask as many questions as you want. The next thing is going to be completing assignments on time. We will be doing some labs in this class, so it's going to be imperative that you guys get those in on time and actually take the time to complete them. And next is reading directions carefully. We as forensic scientists must be very attentive to detail. So we're going to be working on that this semester too. The next thing is going to be consistent studying so you can continue to be familiar with the topics that we cover. And that's because the end of the semester, we have that cumulative crime scene investigation that's happening. The next thing is going to be active class participation, participating in discussions, asking questions, and then finally making mistakes, because who doesn't make mistakes? It's a science, right? I also will be holding after hours sessions in school. Those are going to be held every day after school in room 106, unless I tell you otherwise. But most of the days I will be here after school. And just to give a little bit more information about our final crime scene, my hope is that it will be a physical crime scene that we will be able to enter and analyze. But the details have not yet been finalized, so I'm working through those, but there will be a plan B that I have laid out and ready to go in case we do go back to hybrid or fully remote learning and instruction. So last but not least, here is my contact information. Feel free to email me or call me, leave me a voicemail. I check my email very regularly, so that's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me. So as always, just let me know if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to the semester.